Hi, everyone, and welcome to the pilot of the SUFCtv Podcast. Um, Today, it's myself, James Boards, joined by my SUFCtv colleague, couldn't think of the word there, Oliver Smart. Hello, Ollie. How you
Hello.
doing?
Doing well. Same for you?
Yeah, man, I'm not too bad. It's a bit of a drag, isn't it? The weather being so nice over the bank holiday.
I doubt so.
And I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm in a flat, top floor flat at that, so I haven't even got a garden that I can go chill in, which sucks. But no, man. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a difficult time at the minute, and it's why we thought here at SUFC TV that we're gonna be trying different things, trying to produce different things. A podcast isn't something the club's done before. And we want to see how well it goes over. This is going to be posted on YouTube, and then depending on how popular or what the demand is, maybe we could produce something and post it, on a Spotify or something like that, so you can listen to it on the go as well. But anyway, I thought we'd just start off seeing how you doing, mate. I mean, difficult time at the minute, as we said, but how you keeping strong?
Yeah, just trying to find stuff to entertain myself with. YouTube's sort of doing it. Watching back our highlight videos.
Yeah.
Matches this season. Even going back further with the first couple of videos that some themselves released.
No, do you know, it's crazy. So I was doing some work the other day, and I ended up watching, I think, about like 10 highlight shows back together, like back to back. And I was just like, it really made me realise how much I miss going.
Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as well, I've been watching 2013 matches of Sutton, and I just like it's amazing how the ground's changed from an actual grass to.
No, it's crazy, and the club's come a long way in that short period of time. I mean, I think one of the biggest factors, obviously, is getting rid of the old grass pitch and replacing it with the artificial turf, which I know is controversial to a few people, but I think if you just see how well it's helped grow the club, I think it's such a smart move of ours. But so when you started coming to the games, where was that grass? Was it the grass
Yeah,
turf era?
was grass turf era. It was like back in 2013. It was like 1st of April, I believe. I think the game's on YouTube. It was on YouTube, the game.
Do you remember what the first game was?
Yeah, it was against Bournemouth, 2013.
Oh, good game.
Harry Beautyman was on that team as well, and he scored.
Of course he did. Harry Beautyman's a goal machine. Doesn't matter what year it is.
A younger Harry Beautyman still getting the goals for Sutton United.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's that. But it's crazy. So I was all because I've lived in Sutton my entire life, up until about a year ago where I moved to Leatherhead, still close by, and I've always kept an eye on Sutton, followed them on Twitter, and I kind of kept in, but I'd never came to a game up until 2017. I think it was Leyton Orient, first game of the season. Yeah. And my missus bought me and her a season ticket for my birthday, and I was like, all right, let's go down. And I haven't missed a home game. Oh no, that's not true. I've never missed. Yeah, I have missed home games, but it's only when it's been completely unavoidable, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, but it's crazy. I mean, you're a football goer. I mean, other than Sutton, Palace is your team of choice, isn't it?
Yeah, Palace. Been following them for a while.
Oh, and so I'm guessing you went to a lot of Palace games, or you've gone to a few, right?
Yeah, I haven't been to a lot, but it's because the money's a bit,
Yeah. But
But,
is that one of the reasons why you wanted to come down to Sutton?
yeah, that's why I go down to Sutton United.
Mm,
Cheaper,
yeah.
that's more
Mm.
exciting. My taste.
I mean, it's easy coming from a Palace fan, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a Chelsea fan, or other than Sutton United, obviously.
Uh,
I've been brought up to
yeah,
be a Chelsea fan.
it's easier to taste when your whole family's a Chelsea
Yeah,
footballers.
but it's crazy, man. I'm sure you probably think something similar to Selhurst Park, but I mean, it's just crazy how much better, like how nicer it is, I suppose, not better, but how much nicer it is coming to a smaller game, or coming to a smaller team even, and that it's just a completely different sense of like belonging in it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. Tell me about your first game. I mean, what made you want to come back? I guess.
Something I've never done before. Like, I had been to football matches before that, but they were like Chelsea,
Mm,
Palace, like I don't know, like the smaller pitch, like you're able to see more clear, like, and you could just stand whenever you want. Like in
mm,
Premier League grounds, you have a designated seat and you just stay there. But in the team like Sutton United, you could just go wherever you want.
yeah.
Except the games are segregated. You're not allowed in the away part.
Yeah. No, but that's a big positive I found, and it's something I didn't know I ever wanted until I had it, right? Because obviously, like we've been brought up in the era where there's no standing in
Yeah,
big games. So I've never known it, right? And my old man always tells me about, you buy a ticket on the day at Stamford Bridge and you wander in, which obviously no chance of doing now. And yeah, you said just pick where you want to stand and go stand there. Um, and it was only when I started coming to Sutton did I realise how nice it is just to be able to stand wherever you want. I mentioned, if anyone who's listening to this has watched my Gateshead video I did, I mentioned in there, I get superstitious
yeah.
at Gander Green Lane now. If I'm stood in a certain area and we concede or we've not been playing well, I say, right, that's it. And I'll move myself somewhere else. And honestly, I'm telling you, in that game it worked because we ended up winning. And it's stuff like that plays into my head. I'm like, okay, I'm doing something special.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I don't know what it is though, right? I mean, there was also a phase where I had to wear this yellow pair of socks that I wore, and I had to wear them every single game. It was in my first season that I started coming down the lane, right? And I think there was one game because that was the season we did really well that season.
Yeah.
And I think the first time I didn't wear them, we lost. I think it was two. I can't remember. I remember we lost 2-0, and I was really angry.
I think I
And I
was
was just like,
Maidenhead.
yeah. I think it was. And I was just like, that's it. That's it. I have to wear these socks every game. Do you have anything like that other than moving around the stands? Do you have to be wearing anything or?
No, it's like always getting a drink before the game starts.
Yeah.
That,
Sure, that's
yeah,
true.
now I'm the legal age.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Before 18, you had to get a pint of Coke in it, like.
Yeah.
Do you, do
No,
you,
it's like, when I get Coke, we lose, so I'm sticking with the cider.
But see, it's funny now you mention it because I remember you do that now, actually, don't you? You still
Oh
do
yeah.
that.
After we finish setting up, I go and get a
Yeah.
drink.
Oh man, but it's funny. So you've been following Sutton for a while, and it's funny because you still have these kind of little quirks and stuff that you do, and so do I. So it's craady, right? Because players do the same thing, and I know it's all a load of nonsense, right? But you've got to do it, don't you?
Yeah. Feels like it's in every part in life once you do it a couple times.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, right? So I've noticed because I now I try and stop myself adding superstitions to my already array of superstitions I have, right? And when I notice myself do it once, I try and just undo it straight away because otherwise it just seeps in. Oh man, but I mean, so I mentioned there that that after you set up the equipment, you still have to do that. I suppose
Yeah.
for the folks at home, what is it you do for the SUFC TV family? What is it? Let the viewers know.
I film the games, either one half or the second half or both halves.
Some people may have heard you on commentary once or twice
Oh
before.
yeah.
Innit?
You're man.
Honest,
Oh,
honestly, I still say that's one of my favourite commentary moments of the season is where Adji Boy scored. I think it was the fourth.
Yeah,
Was it the fourth against Woking? And you were just like, it's 4-0, it's not even 30 minutes. The disbelief in your voice.
I had a voice crack there, like, that never happens.
Yeah, but you know what though?
When I try to go squeaky, it never happens. Like, that's to happen when I'm not even trying.
Do you know what though? It's funny because when you're doing commentary, like to anyone that hasn't done it before, you would just think, oh, like you just say whatever you like, whatever you would normally say, and for some reason, as soon as that microphone's in front of you, you just start like you say, like you couldn't reproduce a voice crack, but as soon as you got the mic in front of you, you just like. Because I do the same thing when like when the mic's in front of me, you just do, don't you?
Yeah.
But I mean, so and you also do some of the editing, don't you?
One game.
Some of the video editing.
Yeah, I've done one highlight game, but yeah, I've done.
What one was that? I can't remember.
I think it was Wrexham. Like you were unable to do it.
Oh, yeah, that was around Christmas because I was away all weekend. I remember. But you have done some of the compilation videos. You were the one that produced the goal of the season so far.
Yeah.
And you did the Adja Boy, and yeah. So No, go ahead.
I don't think they know what you're talking about with the Adja Boy film clip.
That was on. Oh, because I mean. Yeah, that's a fair point on Twitter. I think the club shared it, but if you haven't seen it on Twitter, if you want to plug your Twitter handle, Ollie, but yeah, you made an Adja Boy clip, like highlight reel, which I think David himself shared, and so did the club.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. So it's good because at the club, like depending on as long as it's reasonable, you can pretty much have free reign to do whatever you want, which is nice. I mean, so I know. So for me, I also film some of the games. As Ollie mentioned, normally a half a game. So if I'm around and Ollie's around, we'll take one half each. I'm a backup commentator if everybody else is out. Manage the scoreboard, make the highlights. I've produced. I say produced. It didn't take me long, but doing some of the who is it pictures that we shared on Twitter.
Didn't do the Louis John one.
Where's the ball? Right. I will defend myself on Louis John. Right. Now I know he's got an armful of tattoos, so it's kind of obvious, but. I didn't want every one that I did to be so difficult. So I was like, you've got to throw in a few easy ones, right?
Imbiamu dropped in.
Yeah. See, and I was thinking, I was like, I could replace his arm or something, and I was like, just leave it. Like, but yeah, man. But I can't. I'm trying to think. No, I think that's pretty much all I have done. And every now and then help the Sutton United women's team media guys as well. Not so much anymore. They've got a pretty good hand on things, but I think when they started off at the beginning of the season, I helped them out a little bit. Yeah. But I mean, for me, it's really not. I mean, I don't know about you, Ollie. I'm sure you have similar experience, but I think it's so nice being at the club where you can, as I said, it is. As long as you've got the vision for it and, you know, it's within reason, the club just say, yeah, go for it. Just produce.
Yeah.
I mean, so how did you get into it? I guess would be another interesting thing. How did you get into working for the club?
I just found it on Twitter. Like there was a tweet that they put
Mm,
out saying looking for someone's list of
mm,
commentaries, and so I happened to find SUFCtv looking for some, and I jumped at the chance, of
yeah.
course.
What made you want to get involved?
It's just something that I really want to do, something I'm
Mm.
proud of.
Is it-
Proud of.
But just so like, do you like have any history of like filming and editing or anything, or is it something you kind of wanted to learn how to do?
Bit of both, really. Like something I want to try and get into in the near future, and something I've done sometimes in my spare time.
Oh, that's cool. Did you do like any kind of video or like any kind of like media stuff in high school or anything?
Nah, not really. I kind of did computing level 1 in college just before.
So you all self-taught then?
Yeah, I could say I am.
That's not bad, I thought I assumed that you had some kind of level of like media or something.
Got a level 1 computing course.
Yeah. Oh, but no, that's pretty good. I thought you had at least some kind of teaching in it. No, that's pretty good. For me, I did media in high school, and then I went to uni and I did sports journalism, and then I worked at, I say worked implies I got paid, but I wasn't allowed to be called a volunteer, but I wasn't working there because I didn't get paid, so I was an intern, I think is what they called me, for a League Two club, for almost a season, and I did a few days work at a few other big clubs, and then I promptly kind of got out of it purely because it took me about just over a year and nobody paid me anything. And I kind of left that and ended up getting an unrelated job. But when I saw, because we started at the same time, didn't we? I think you started a
Yeah,
few weeks before me.
yeah.
And when I saw the chance to get involved, I was happy because it's something I personally really enjoy. And it's why doing like starting up doing this, doing some of the compilation stuff, coming up with ideas to produce new content and stuff. It's something that really interests me, and it's also nice doing it for the club that you love going to. For example, if Bromley wanted me to come and help them, I'd say no because it's Bromley. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to get me working for Bromley, but oh, no shade, no shade. But like it's really good to kind of do it, especially for like for you and me, it's our local team, isn't it?
Yeah. 20-minute
But
walk now.
yeah, but yeah, exactly, and it makes it all worth it, and plus it means you can have a few more drinks at the bar because you can walk home.
Yeah.
So this is both of our first season kind of getting into the whole media side of things. What has been, not necessarily on the pitch, right? I mean, it could be related, I guess, but what has kind of been your favourite part of working for the team this season? It's a tough one, isn't it?
Bit undecided on that.
Yeah.
I like to say your commentary against Dover. Like,
Was it you? Were you filming?
yeah, I was filming, and he scored, and then you just went ballistic. Still don't think the Dover fans have forgiven you for it.
So it's funny, right? If you watch the highlights back, right? So you can see Ollie's doing his best. He catches the goal, he follows the players, and then when I start going mental and I start shouting goal, 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 you can see the camera kind of stop because Ollie's looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And then realizes and then catches back up.
God.
Do you know what? Honestly, that was not planned at all.
You just.
So this is I've gotten a little better at
Oh,
this because I've done
honest-
commentary since.
I want to say Milson's free kick against Chorley was a bit better, and you didn't go mental at that.
No, so here's the thing. Right? Here's the thing, right? In the Dover game, I remember it vividly. Because that came after. Was that before or after? That was after the Chorley game, and
It was before
was
the
it
Chorley.
after?
It was before.
I thought. Well, either. However it was.
Wait,
I
after
remember.
it was. We played Dover after we played Chorley.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Yeah, I'm getting it mixed up, I think.
But I remember. So I remember clearly that around whoever it was we were playing beforehand, we hadn't been, because you know how it was at the start of the season. We weren't getting the results really, other than first game of the season. We were getting a bunch of draws, and we were playing badly. And I remember Ricky Modeste was schooling us. It was just before half time. And I was just like, please, come on. I was so desperate for us to get a goal. And I was but because how we've been playing, I was already resigned to the fact that we weren't going to score. And when it went in, I just let it all go. It was just relief, man. And I think because for the Dover game, I think if I remember rightly, I wasn't planning on. I don't think I was supposed to do commentary for it. I think I got given like a 5-minute notice saying for whatever reason whoever was supposed to do it couldn't make it. Can you do it? So I wasn't planned for doing it either. So I hadn't made any notes or anything, and I was just like, all right. But yeah, no, that was fun. I think for me, right, that was a fun thing, and it was just like a fun natural thing that happened. But I think one of my favourite, just on the team side of things, I thought it was crazy going to Notts County away. And I was chatting with somebody about this the other day, and I was just like, it's crazy to come from Sutton United, Gander Green Lane, and honestly, through all the gantries and all the different away teams that we've been to this season, I would say that we're definitely like top 5 for gantries, right? Place to film. I think our one is, really, really good. And then you go to Notts County, a 20,000 seater, all seater stadium, and their facilities there were just crazy. They had a media room. They gave us like media lunch, and you're thinking, wow, like you're in our league. It's crazy to think. But because obviously I'm disappointed at the season, how what's going on with the season at the minute. But I think one other place that I'd be really interested to go. I was really interested to go to the Hive, Barnet away.
Went there last season.
What was it like? I mean, I've never actually been to the Hive. I've seen it. It looks modern enough, but
it was actually a nice ground. It was actually a nice ground.
Like, on that,
it's football league worthy.
Yeah, but it's mad when you see some of the teams in our league.
Yeah.
Like how, because we have a lot of ex-league teams, don't we, in our league? But I suppose on that, or off the top of your head, in our league, favourite away ground that you've been to so far? It's a tricky one because now I'm going to make you think off the top of your head. But go on, see what you think.
Torquay, Woking.
Oh yeah.
Well, you said Torquay's gantry blows us out the water.
No, so I said top 5 for us. And to be fair, Torquay's, if I remember, Torquay's gantry had a bit of a blind spot, which ours doesn't. I can't remember. I think it did. But no, but I mean, so as a ground, you going for Torquay, do you think?
Yeah.
See, I like Torquay's ground as well because that was a nice. That was a nice kind of mix of that big stand with all the seats, but you still had the area where you can go walk around.
Yeah.
And they had a cool setup there where they streamed the camera footage directly onto the to the big scoreboard, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to go Notts County because I think it's a bit unfair to compare Notts County to a few other places. But I think I would say Dover. I think Dover's ground's really nice.
I haven't been to Dover in ages.
Yeah, I mean, again, we were supposed to actually, as we're recording this. No, it's Sunday. See, all the days are merging into one. Saturday. Oh my god! Honestly, I can't keep track of what day it is.
We're supposed to be playing Dover on Easter Bank Holiday Monday.
Yeah, I was thinking that. So we were supposed to be going down to Dover on Monday. Yeah. But no, so from what I remember, the only thing I remember disliking about their ground was just how far away this station was to the ground. I remember it taking me like 20 minutes to walk it or something. And I was thinking this year with the equipment, I would just drive rather than take the train.
I haven't been to Dover since that semi-final playoff game in 2014.
Oh, wow. You were there for that?
Yeah, I was. Like, we scored in like the first minute, and like, what's funny about it, like me and the person I went with, I think it was my uncle, and like it was like, I can't remember. I think it was a guess first goal minute for the first goal, and we just went first minute, and
no, really,
yeah, and they scored. We scored first minute. I think it was Dundas that scored.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. So, do you win a big prize for that? Yeah.
Yeah, I won a lot. I think it was like 12 quid.
Oh, well, that's all right. Get you a couple beers on the way home. Oh no, it's funny though because for non-footballing people, they just don't get it.
That was my first away game.
Really? That's not a bad place. Dover, like I say, Dover's a nice away ground. That
the ground's changed a lot though.
Yeah, see, from last season, when you went, did they have that new stand as you walk in on the left-hand side? And it looks like it's all made of wood.
I don't think I did.
No, see, I think that's a newer stand they had built. And I remember that's nice. They had a nice bar, and I remember over the back of the stadium it's like some like hills and kind of greenery and stuff, which was nice. And then the other side of it is housing.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's the epitome of like a National League ground, in my opinion. Kind of like going to Green Lane. You know, you've got a park to one side and residential on the other side. And it's just like, that's what a National League game ground's all about. But then, you know, obviously when you go to these bigger stadiums, they can't just be planked like bang in the middle of houses and stuff. I just think it's a nice little change of pace, that. Yeah. So I mean, unfortunately, we were supposed to be going to Dover on Monday, and that's not happening. That's not happening anytime soon. But I mean, I don't know. What do you make of this all? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you make of, you know, everything being put to a hold at the minute?
It's a bit of a bummer. Like, you know, you want your football back. You want like something that you like doing. You want that back, but you're gonna have to wait out until it's all cleared over.
No, I know what you mean. I mean, I suppose it's important to say at this stage because we'll start talking about these kind of things. These opinions are of myself and Oliver, and they don't necessarily represent the views of Sutton United as a whole. I mean, in terms of how are we going to solve it? It's a big issue, right? And it's a big mess because it affects so many different things. I mean, for me, you know, if there's really only two ways I can see it being fixed, right? Either play the games behind closed doors, but allow streaming, live streaming, or call the season as it is and do points per game, and just tie it up to see who wins. I mean, I don't know. Do you have any opinions on that?
Kind of fair, I guess, but judging on points per game, like some teams could be a bit unhappy with that.
Yeah, see, the problem is you're going to make somebody unhappy no matter what happens, right? Because if you say, okay, we're going to play behind closed doors, firstly, the fans are going to be unhappy, and secondly, the players are going to have to come back from a prolonged period of not playing. It will almost be like first game of the season again, right? But you're either going to make the people at the top unhappy and the people at the bottom happy, or vice versa. I kind of had this conversation in my live stream with Dave the other day, where he said, we're in air quotes lucky in terms of where we are in the league.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about it as much, but
Very bother us.
No. So, but I think that's really that's really a testament to the team and the boys, right? I mean, if you think at the start of the season how we were doing, we were in the relegation zone for a decent amount of time.
It was just unlucky results.
But it's true, because if you look at some of the games, I think a prime example of it was Bromley away, and all things being equal, they deserved at least a draw from that game. But we totally just held out and managed to get a 1-0. But if we played that exact same game earlier in the season, we would have lost it, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
No, so go ahead then.
I mean, I can't go back to the Epsley game because that deserved a draw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100% that did. And I think it comes a little bit from what we were all kind of saying amongst ourselves at the start of the season, is that you could tell the players' heads were never, the players' heads will never drop in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And there was always the effort and the passion was there. It's just something just needed tweaking, something needed, just needed a click. Yeah. And then this is what happens when you kind of put faith in your manager, faith in your team, and say, look, you go out there because we trust you. And I don't know how. I mean, I don't know. I'm a bit of a pessimist. I don't think we would have got playoffs this season.
Nah.
But I think we could have been pushing it. And it's not unreasonable to think we could have done it. I'm just a pessimist.
There's always the next season. I think
yeah.
We might have a challenge next season.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good shout. It's good that we've already got some of the players, some important players.
Happy about.
Yeah.
Happy about.
No, exactly.
And Badger boy.
And just to see, I mean, especially Adji Boy's really grown into the season.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be a force next season, don't you?
Definitely. His pace is always causing problems.
He does the one thing that defenders hate, and he I mean, not to big him up too much, but like Messi does.
Yeah.
When Messi gets on the ball and he thinks, I'm not passing this. There's 4 people in front of me. I'm going to run at each one of them. Yeah. And each one of them's thinking, I don't want any of this. And he just dribbles past them. And you just think, sometimes I watch him and I have no idea. There's a wall in front of him and he runs through it. But I mean, he's always had it. Do you remember right at the very, very start of the season, when we signed him, and we did a welcome David Ajiboye clip show?
Yeah, I thought you were going to mention Greg's interview with him.
This is, no, I think
mentioning who's going to win Love Island.
Yeah, well, that's brilliant. And last but not least, who's going to win Love Island?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I don't think you were there when it happened.
I don't remember. I remember those interviews. A bit of a preview, I guess. But so the reason why this kind of come into my mind is I'm just starting looking at producing a season review, a season recap, not review, more recap, I guess. Doing it kind of month by month. So I'm starting off with pre-season. I'm just kind of going through some of the older clips. And I was looking at David's welcome to Sutton and some of his clips from his Worthing days.
Yeah.
And you could see he's always had it in him. He just gets the ball and dribbles at people. And he's so good at it.
Yeah. Always had it in him.
Yeah, and I think this season it was more of a case of him just having to get used to a bit of a stronger league, more physical. I mean,
He's been growing a lot.
But I mean, so all right. So your point of view on this one, I'd be interested to see what you think. If you had to choose, because I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with the season, but if you had to right now say player of the season, if you had to give somebody the golden footballer, who do you think it would go to?
I don't know. So many choices, man. Like I want to say Beautyman, but what's like some others that kind of deserve it, like Agi Boy. Zanaf is a shout.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing though, right? That we got so many players.
So the whole team deserves it.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a fair. No, you're right, because I think there's so many people in our team that have done so well. I think Beautyman would be hard done by after scoring the amount of goals he has from midfield.
Yeah.
To be overlooked. But you're certainly right in Zan. I think Zanev's been fantastic this season. Getting that Bromley game was a massive example of that.
Yeah.
And you can certainly see, how Ben Goodliff at the back's, ever present, super strong, great balls up front, managed to get a couple goals as well, which is good.
Call up to the England C team. Unfortunately, never happens because it's happening.
No, I know what you mean, but it was one of those where he definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
I thought the call up. I think Omar's done really good. This season again, talking about getting the. He got the call up to Lebanon, didn't he?
Yeah.
Going to North Korea.
These stages of the season.
But we'll see what plays out with the rest of the season. I'm just hopeful that whatever the resolution is, all I'm really fussed about is getting back down to Gander Green Lane as fast as possible, and I get to see you guys, and we get to get to work again, because it's no fun. I think one of my friends said to me the other day, everybody being on lockdown, the main thing that she's noticed from all this is just how much people love football in this country, and it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then when you see the Belarusian Premier League now,
Gandamarian
yes.
tweeting about their Belarus team.
Yeah, man. I mean, the funny thing is, it's not just them, because they've got so many. They had enough of a following in this country now that I saw they launched a English Twitter account, because they'd never had one before.
Maybe I've seen that.
Yeah, because I don't know what language it is, whether they have their own language or whether they use Russian. I'm not sure. But so all their tweets were in their own language, and then they had enough of an English fan base following to say, okay, we're going to launch one in English now. But it's crazy. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, not too in the not too far distant future, we can be back down at Gander Green.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think we will call this a day. And to everybody who's listened in, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of this format we're using. If you can think of anything you'd like to see us do, or in this case, hear us say or talk about, let us know. Comment on this YouTube video, or you can tweet at Sutton United or SUFCtv, and we'll be happy for anything. Any kind of feedback, and yeah, we may get into doing some more of these in the future, but I guess we'll have to see how it goes. But for now, is there anything? Do you wanna plug your Twitter there, Ollie, or anything?
No, I'll just say big up Simon Bigal for winning goal of the tournament. World Cup of Goals, I think that's what it's called. Panorama, getting a little trophy for it.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's true. I've forgotten about that. Good call there, mate.
Unfortunately, I could not celebrate it because I was around Woking fans.
Oh no! You were lucky enough to be there. I couldn't make it on Boxing Day.
No.
And then I saw that, and I just thought, "Oh, come on!" No, man.
You would have been in the same position as me.
Yeah. No, I know. I've done it before, and when you've been in enemy territory and you got to keep your head. Yeah, man. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining me doing this. Hopefully, we can do some more stuff together. I'll see how it goes. But for now, thank you, Ollie. If you want to get involved, start tweeting stuff at him. It's osmart33. And did I get that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm at James JG Board. But yes, thank you everybody for joining us, and as always, stay safe, stay at home, and hopefully very soon we'll get to see you down the lane. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye bye.